tomorrow you're going to have to introduce yourself. Are you a bit worried about having to do that?
Yes, having to go introduce myself to your family is definitely getting my heart rate up. This will be my first time ever talking with either of your parents, and it will all be face to face. But my parents are really looking forward to this event when it happens.
I sort of feel bad for having your parents come all the way out here to come and see my family.
Well, I'm their only daughter who is about to get married and join a new family, so of course they'd want to be with me to see your family.
But aren't the two of them busy with work and things like that back home?
I'm sure that they have a lot going on right now, but they can hand that work off to others while they're gone. But anyway, they both really love you a lot, and so they're looking forward to taking the time off of work to come see you. I really hope that both my parents and yours will become close with one another.
Well, about that, Ellen, I have a feeling that my dad will say some pretty rude things about your family.
What? What do you mean he'll say some rude things about my family?
I haven't really told you about this directly yet, but my dad is the owner of a five-star hotel, okay?
You did tell me that he has a lot of relations with a lot of hotels across the US, but you never mentioned that he owned a 5-star hotel himself. Is he the owner of the hotel that we're all meeting at tomorrow?
That would be his hotel. But because of his position, he tends to think that he is in a place to look down on others depending on the kind of work they do. He's a very well-off man, my dad. I really hope for him not to say anything rude to any of you guys tomorrow, but...
You don't have to be worried about any of that, Grayson. I think all of our parents, just knowing that you and I make each other very happy and want to become married, should help them all become close to each other. And both my parents and I aren't really worried about what kind of things your dad will have to say about us.
And I'm really thankful that you'd say that, but I'm still a bit worried about him. If nothing major happens, that would be great.
You're getting too worked up over this. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, and so is my family.
I was given your phone number by Grayson. This would be his father, Michael.
So you're Grayson's dad, then? Well, it's so nice to finally have a chance to talk with you. I'm Ellen. I'm really looking forward to meeting both you and your wife tomorrow when we all go out to eat together.
I'm going to be quick about asking this, but are you after my son's money?
Excuse me? I would never be after anything of Grayson's besides his love.
What makes you think I'm going to believe that from you? I'm sure by now you are aware that I own a very high-class hotel, where we'll all be meeting tomorrow, correct?
I've never really been interested in anything Grayson's family has, like money and properties. And I only learned about you owning such a nice hotel earlier today from him. So that should be enough for you to believe that I'm not after any of your guys' money in this marriage.
I wonder about that, Ellen.
What do you mean?
I'm sure that you looked into all sorts of things regarding my son before you went and stole his heart. But to me, seeing a man as elite as my son wanting to marry some plain Jane is all too suspicious to me. Tell me, Ellen, what does your family do for a living? Are they on the same level as my family?
My parents are both very well-known organic farmers.
What? They're farmers?
Yes. They're both well-known for running a farm that doesn't use anything like pesticides or herbicides and wants to remain completely organic. And as of right now, the produce they both grow is harvested and shipped all over the country to be used in restaurants and hotels.
I cannot believe what I'm hearing. To think that my elite son would ever want to marry someone whose parents are both farmers is just disgusting to me. Aren't farmers all supposed to be part of the lowest level of the society?
What? What do you mean by that?
Right now, the chances of tomorrow's meeting between my wife and I, and your family being canceled are very high. There is no way I'm going to allow a couple of dirty farmers to sit at a dinner table across from my family. Why did my son never explain any of this to me sooner? About how you're the child of a couple of worthless farmers. All of you must love to roll around in the mud like pigs.
Could you just calm down for one moment? What you're saying about my family is very rude, as well as clearly discriminating. Would you please take all of that back right now?
Why would I ever want to take back what I've said about you all? Everything I've said is true. But what does it matter now? Tomorrow I'll make my feelings toward you all very well known in front of your family. You will all understand after tomorrow just the kind of man I am and the position that I hold about you.
Michael, if you do anything that is either rude or embarrassing in front of my family, I will not forgive you. And from there, you will begin to regret ever doing anything so rash. Now, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's gathering with everyone.
Did that help you understand my feelings? You all look great with all those rotten vegetables all thrown over top of you. Did you really think you could come into my hotel and eat the same beautiful and delicious meal as the rest of my family?
So you threw all those rotten vegetables on my parents and I just because I said those two were farmers? This is beyond saddening for both my parents and I. I can't even believe that you'd waste decent produce doing something like that. And the fact that you'd go as far as to throw them all over us when we're in our nice clothes, it's ridiculous, Michael.
Shut up, Ellen. I want you to stop talking to me like that and get back in line. Did any of you really think that I'd let my son marry the child of two disgusting pigs?
So you're going to keep going off about how my family and I aren't good enough for you and your family? Well, this will be unfortunate news for you, but you're finished.
I'm finished with? The only thing that's finished with today is a relationship you have with my son. I will not be allowing you anywhere near him again, and you can kiss whatever hopes you had of marrying him goodbye. I'm laughing, thinking about a scenario where I'd let my son marry a farmer girl. All you guys are good for is getting married to other rotten produce of your kind, so get lost.
Well, you'd better not have any regrets about this then.
You think I'd ever regret watching some filthy pigs get kicked out of my hotel?
Well, if you're not going to regret it, then we'll be on our way. And along with that, I'll do as you've said and leave your son, even though I love him so much and still hold his engagement ring. But know this. The moment my family walks away from here, you will begin to understand just how royally you screwed up today.
What was that? I'll see how royally I screwed up? You think that me getting some pigs out of my life that only wanted my family's money was wrong of me? There's no way on earth that I'm the one that screwed up. Now, can we stop with all of this needless talk and be on our ways? All you are now is a loser, and I don't have time to listen to you complain about it any longer.
Michael, are you even aware that your hotel's very high-end restaurant is supplied produce by my parents' farm?
What?
Well, now my parents are planning to end the contract that your hotel and them created. After how incredibly rude you were to all of us today, my parents have no choice but to stop doing business with you. And you will never be able to obtain the kind of high-quality produce that my family produces again.
What the hell are you talking about? You're telling me that your parents are the ones that supply my hotel with produce?
Well, when it comes to that high-end restaurant of yours, the only reason it's considered high-end is because it's well known that they're using our produce. The kind of produce that is 100% organic with zero chemicals introduced to them. Did you forget that the dishes that are made in your restaurant are so popular? Don't tell me that you've never talked with whoever you've put in charge of the restaurant about how important our produce is to him. Well, at this point, there's no point in going to speak with him because you're finished. Your restaurant will no longer be able to use our produce. I wish you luck finding another farm like ours that'll have the same level of quality as us to buy produce from.
Excuse me? I never heard anything about how your family is the one supplying my restaurant. I'll go have a word with my man in charge soon to see if you're telling the truth. But do you really stand by saying that your family has been the one selling produce to my restaurant? Why would you have never said that to me before?
We didn't have the time to tell you today because the moment we moved to sit at the table, you were having rotten vegetables thrown at us. Anyway, I'm sure that things will become a bit more difficult for you here soon, but best of luck.
Difficult for me? Why am I going to be the one living in a more difficult situation?
Well, because my parents are planning to spread the news about what you've done today to other farmers in the area. And that might lead to finding another farmer to supply your restaurant becoming near impossible. And even if you are to find another family to work with, they're most likely not going to have the same quality of produce as my family has. No matter how you try and fix things, this is going to lead to your hotel taking a massive blow to its reputation.
What? Are you sure? I'm not going to let something like that happen. If you're right about being the one supplying my hotel, it won't even matter to me anyway. All you farmers are poor, and so I'll find someone else who would be glad to accept my money and make produce to my restaurant's liking.
Well, then, starting today, we will no longer be sending anything else to your hotel. Good luck from now on, you gross owner of a soon-to-be one-star hotel.
Excuse me, Ellen. Would you be kind enough to get your parents and bring them back out here to come meet with me? I'm very sorry about what happened a few days ago. I'd like for them to come and see me in person so that I may apologize for all of that.
They will not be coming out to see you again.
Why won't they? I'm asking you for this favor directly. Can you please at least listen to what I have to say about what's been happening?
I don't want to hear anything about what troubles you have now, and neither do my parents. No matter how many times you try to call and text me, nothing will change.
But I'm the owner of a 5-star hotel, gosh dang it.
And so what, Michael? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if your title as a 5-star hotel owner changes soon. Right now, all that's happened at your hotel has become a hot topic on the news and online.
Shut up. Something like this was never supposed to happen to me and my hotel.
It's funny how after my family stopped sending your restaurant the produce it needed, you made a deal with another farmer and then faked, claiming that all his produce was organic. And following that claim, you had customers complaining about the flavor of them, and soon an investigation and checkup were done at the restaurant, where the officials found you were lying and shut the place down, right? And since this was all happening at a 5-star hotel with that high-end restaurant, the news spread like wildfire.
Why are you laughing about all this? Right now, my family and I are in a very tough spot. Everyone has begun to lose faith in my hotel and restaurant, and it's led to a snowball of problems that are all taking me down with them. This isn't just about that restaurant, as this has all begun to affect the whole hotel as of now. Even just today, I've had over half of my guests call and cancel their reservations for the place. If things continue as they have been these past few days, my hotel will go under. Why is this all happening to someone like me?
You're asking that like you have no idea what you've done. I'm telling you right now that this is all due to the way you treated my family.
How about I let you marry my son now? Will that make you happy? Come back here and let him ask you for your hand in marriage again.
Even if he were to ask me that right now without you asking me to go to him, I don't have it in me anymore to become your daughter-in-law. I'm not willing to join a family that thinks it's even near okay to waste food like you all did a few days ago.
But you can't be serious about throwing away your chances with my family that easily, right?
By the way, after what had happened at your hotel that day, your son came to us a little bit later and got on his hands and knees to apologize to all of us.
What? Why?
Because he felt sorry for what you and your wife did and wanted to fix things between us, which we did.
Huh?
But the one thing I asked from him in making things right between us again is that he cut ties with you. So I think that you'll never be seeing either one of us ever again, Michael.
That brat went ahead and did all of that behind my back without my permission? I never said that was okay.
Can you tell me why our relationship needs your permission to happen? At first, the both of us knew that you'd be a handful when we had my parents come to town to see you all, but after what you'd done, you changed things for us. We were never going to ask your permission in the first place, but now, instead of us just waiting for you to cool down a bit before our marriage, we're going to be cutting ties with you. And not just your son and I, but my parents as well plan to do the same.
Please do not say things like that about me. If things aren't done about this whole situation soon, my hotel is seriously going to be at risk of going under. Can you please give me some kind of chance to bring my hotel and restaurant back from near death? If we don't take any action now, it'll be the end for my family and I.
What? I have no idea what you're going on about right now, old man.
Huh?
Whatever you're going on about right now seems to only be centered around you, and it's absolutely annoying. All of that has nothing to do with anything regarding me or your own son, Michael. Anyway, there's no talking your way out of the mess you've made, so just deal with it. If you really want to find a way to save that hotel from falling into ruin, then maybe it's time you quit your job as the owner and let someone competent take it over.
You think I'd leave my position as the owner of this hotel? I'm the one that built this place from the bottom up.
And I am well aware of that. But it's because of the childish attitude you had towards my family that things ended up this way, right? Maybe, had you been a bit more level-headed about things, there wouldn't be this whole mess surrounding your company. I think it's really time that you think about handing that hotel off to a new owner and retire.
But if I hand this place off, then I'll no longer be able to call myself the owner. I am not going to allow something like that to happen. And none of this is my fault because you are the ones that stopped sending me any of your produce.
I told you that we were going to be canceling the contract. I don't care that you don't like what happened or that you didn't approve of it. This all has nothing to do with me now, so you go and fix all this on your own. I think your safest bet right now is to hand the ownership of that hotel over to your son, and then leave us alone for the rest of your life. That should be enough to satisfy all parties involved in this, like your loyal customers and those that hold shares in the hotel.
That's a good point. I can just hand the hotel and restaurant over to my son to own. Then, people will no longer associate the place with me and everything will go back to normal. I think that would be a great idea. And even though the hotel will technically be owned by my son, I'll be behind the scenes still running things as usual without anyone having to know. That way, I won't have to worry about my son messing anything up with the hotel and its complex structuring.
What are you talking about? The only one that's messed things up so far has been you.
Excuse me?
I'm not sure how many more times I'll have to say this, but Grayson has cut ties with you. And as for my family and their business, they have no plans of working together with you anymore, and never will again. And if you continue to try and be involved with all of us, I'm not going to marry your son. Are you still not aware that we all want you to get lost? To everyone at the hotel and to everyone in this family, all you are is in the way.
I never thought I'd be getting told that by someone like you. You were really going to regret all of this. If you do not help me out of this, I'll make you suffer alongside with me.
The only one that's regretting anything right now is you yourself. And you coming to beg for my and my family's help now is never going to work out for you. You are the one that led your hotel to its downfall, and you're going to have to find a way to save it now. You tightened that knot around your neck yourself, and now all you can do is either make the jump or untie said knot. So now, you go off and make that choice yourself, without trying to get any of us involved. But from my view, just give that hotel to your son, and then get the hell out of our faces, you useless old man. After everything that had happened, things only became worse for Michael, as more problems from his past arose, and he was taken into custody because of them. He tried his hardest to run from all the problems he'd created in his past, but there's only so far that you can run from your past, and now he's no longer in the position to be running any sort of hotel. For the next couple of years, Michael will now be serving some time behind bars, and by the time he's out of there, he'll be old enough where he'll lack the energy to come find us again. Grayson was then given the rights to his dad's hotel, and he immediately changed the name of it, as well as the leadership within it, so that it would no longer hold the shame of its past. Soon after the reopening of the new hotel, Grayson and Ellen got married and worked together with the help of her parents to make an even better hotel, where Ellen's parents' produce is the spotlight of it all. And following all of this, there was never any word from Michael ever again, and this was a huge plus for everyone who knew him. The one man that was in the way of everyone was now only a distant memory and would never be coming back to harass anyone ever again.
Do you know that you're such a loser? I mean, you are already 42 years old. You don't have any kids and you're not even married. You're a total failure. I mean, don't you still live at your home with our parents? I can't believe that you're the older sister, and yet, compared to your, younger sister, you're a complete loser. All you do is stay at all home all day and live off our parents' hard-earned money while you don't contribute anything at all. How can you even live with yourself when that's your life? Don't you think that that's just totally pathetic? You really are useless, you know that.
Joanne, it had been so long since I last heard from you that I was beginning to hope that you had finally given up on ever wanting to talk to me again. But I guess you were just waiting to come at me with a whole slew of new insults, weren't you? I guess I can't really say that I'm surprised at you for doing this, though. But it's okay, because that means that I can't say that I didn't see it coming either. So if this is all you have to say to me, I hope we can make this quick.
Aw, poor little loser. Did you really think that you could get rid of me that easily? You think that just because you're single that your little sister would forget all about you? Don't you worry. I was thinking for so long about how sad and lonely and pathetic you must feel about yourself all the time. Not only that, but unlike you, I've been very, very busy raising my children, something that you are never, ever going to have to do in a million years because you can't have kids.
Is that what you've been busy with? Well, I guess you deserved this little break to insult me then, didn't you?
Even through text, I can almost see you shaking with rage as you type the last message. You make it way too easy to get under your skin. Do you know that?
No, it's not that. It's just that I really don't have time to waste on you if all you're going to do is talk down to me.
Well, then don't you worry, because that isn't the only thing that I wanted to talk to you about. The thing is that my family and I are thinking of moving back into my parents' house. So what do you think about that, huh?
Hold on a second. All of you are going to come and live here again? Why? What happened to bring this on all of a sudden? Do you seriously think that you can just show up at the house unannounced and move in because you say so? Because that is not how that is going to work. Do you understand me?
Oh, come on now. You make it sound like I'm being some kind of completely unreasonable monster for something like that. The truth is that I'm actually about to have my 5th child. Pretty amazing, don't you think? Do you even know anyone who has 5 kids? I seriously doubt it. It's almost ironic, isn't it? I get all the kids while you get none. Sometimes the universe just likes to play cruel little jokes on the losers in this world, huh? But anyways, I'm telling you this so that you know that it's time for you to pack up your bags and leave now.
Oh, well, congratulations on the 5th child then. I guess some kind of celebration should be in order or something, right? And your husband must be happy since this is the first child that you're having with him. Isn't that right?
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? It's fine. You don't have to answer that. It's clear that you're just jealous and trying to rain on my parade is all.
And aren't I allowed to do that after the way that you've treated me over the years? Why are you the only one that gets to insult me? Besides, you're the one who thinks that you can kick me out of the house just because you're having another child.
Well, that's exactly right. This is going to be my 5th child, so it's important that my husband and I have enough space for everyone to run around. And since you're not going to be pumping out any kids anytime soon, you can go ahead and just move out, you fat, ugly cow.
There you go again, thinking that you can give me orders while you insult me. Just what makes you think that I'm going to listen to you if you treat me like this? Do you really think that I'm just going to bend over backwards to give you whatever it is that you want? That isn't going to happen. Just because I'm not married and don't have any kids doesn't mean that I don't have a role to play in this house. I mean, you do realize that I'm the one taking care of our parents, don't you? Do you really think that you and your husband taking care of all 5 of your kids are going to be able to give mom and dad the care they need at their age? And do you really think that mom and dad are going to go along with kicking out me, their live-in nurse, just so that you can invade their home? I mean, all that is going to do is make so much more work for them. I bet you were hoping that you would get to use mom and dad as a free babysitting service, right? Well, I can tell you right now that they don't want that at all, and you're being delusional if you think that's what's going on.
Whoa, you must be really thinking that the world revolves around your lonely, childless self, don't you? How dare you think that you can tell me what I can and can't do? And how dare you try and speak for our parents too?
I'm trying to speak for anyone but myself, but the fact of the matter is that I've been living here for years and I am much more in tune with what our parents want than you are.
You're always like that. You always think that just because you're the older sister that you can boss me around as if we're kids or something like that. Do you not understand that I'm literally pregnant with my 5th child right now? I'm ready to burst any moment now, basically. How dare you try and turn away a poor mother just wanting a home for her children and family, all so that you can continue not to pay any rest at all?
I didn't ever say anything about being the older sister at all. You were the one who brought that up right now. What are you even talking about?
There you go again, making excuses and trying to take back what you said as if you didn't already say it. But let's just go over the facts of matter At hand here, I have 5 kids and you have none. I have had 3 husbands and you have had none. So basically, that makes me the better daughter of the 2 of us. And that means that you need to give up the house to me right now.
I don't even know if you're reading the messages that I'm sending you anymore, but you are clearly just deluded if you think any of what you're saying means anything. All I'm saying is that if you show up to mom and dad's place one day with all your kids and your husband in tow, that they are not going to be happy with you. Why are you so intent on being a burden to our parents when they're this old already?
You still just don't get it at all, do you? Then again, I guess a single barren shrew like you couldn't get it really.
What don't I get? What on earth could you possibly be talking about now?
The only person who's here is causing any trouble for our parents. The only person holding them back, ruining their retirement, and ruining their lives is you, Amy. You're nothing but a parasite in that house, and you're literally sucking the life out of mom and dad before their very eyes. I can see it clearly as day 2. But you're the one deluding that yourself, you're just helping them. But the truth is that you're the one that's bad here, not me. I'm just trying to do what's best for my family. Don't you get that?
You know, Joanne, I am sure that you are the only person who feels that way about me. Because I am sure that if you went and asked mom and dad, they would not call me a parasite.
Are you really sure about that? Is that the case? Or is it just that they're too sweet to hurt your feelings and too feeble to realize what is it that you're doing to them? You really think that they enjoy having their eldest daughter unmarried and childless around them all the time? You really need to grow up and face the facts.
How dare you tell me not to speak for mom and dad when you are pretending to know what they're thinking and keeping inside them? I have no idea where you are getting any of these ideas from, but I am just getting sick and tired of you treating me like this.
Well, it's only going to get worse for you because all of our bags are packed here and we are going to be headed over to the house tomorrow.
Hold on a second. You all are going to be arriving here tomorrow? But there's not even a room here ready for one guest, let alone a whole family like yours.
Well, then I guess you had better make sure that there is by the time we get there, or else things are going to get much worse for you, I can assure you that. And don't forget to pack your bags too, because we are not going to be sharing that house with someone like you. Do you understand me?
Why do you always have to talk to me like this? Why can't we ever just have a nice, polite conversation where you don't insult me with every other message that you send, huh?
I wouldn't have to insult all the time if you would just shut up and listen to me like you ought to. Anyways, I've told you our schedule. You better make sure that everything is ready for us by the time we get there, or else. Got it?
Joanne, I am trying to tell you that this is not going to work out. You and your family can't come and live here. Are you even reading any of these messages? I am telling you that you can't come and live here.
Well, you finally forced our hand, Amy. You weren't moving out even though we gave you more than enough warning. So I took it up upon myself to gather up all your belongings around the house and get rid of them all. Now the house is finally free of your presence and we can live here comfortably.
Excuse me? You did what? Did you really gather up my things and get rid of them? Why would you do that? What is the matter with you?
I already told you why I did it. We told you to move out. You didn't listen to us. You didn't give me any other choice. Don't you realize that? Hopefully now you realize that I was being serious and you'll move out like I told you in the first place.
You do realize that you've already pushed out our own parents out of their house too, don't you? When you showed up with all your kids and your husband, you put way too much on mom and dad's plate all at once. You put the house into such chaos that I couldn't even do the things I normally would to take care of them.
And just whose fault is that for not thinking of a solution to that problem before we all showed up? I don't understand why you would even bother to ask for help when you know that I'm already too busy with all my kids.
Well, that's fine, but why even come here and live in the house if you aren't going to help take care of it, or mom and dad who were already living here, huh?
How dare you try and talk to me like that when you're nothing but a filthy little parasite? You don't get to talk to me or boss me around. If anything, you should be apologizing to me for still even being in the house. It's all your fault that things aren't going well because you didn't listen to me when I tried to warn you that we're coming. And I know that mom and dad are more than happy that we're all here with them right now. Are you really telling me that they would rather live with just you over being so close to all of their grandchildren? No way.
Look, I am telling you that Mom has told me that she is really upset that you all just showed up here one day and decided that you were going to be living here, okay?
And I'm telling you that I don't buy a word of that, okay? You're nothing but a parasite and I'm not going to listen or take orders from you. I mean, you aren't married and you don't have any kids, so what do you know about living together with a family, huh? Maybe you should just have learned from my example and follow my path. But you didn't. And now, look at you. You're lonely, pathetic, and worst of all, you don't have any children at all. I have 5 kids. That makes me 5 times the daughter that you are. Got it? You're just an ugly, unwanted little nobody who is never ever going to be loved by anyone. So why don't you just leave the house already? The only ones who are going to have to leave the house are you, your husband, and all your little kids too. And just how are you going to make us do that, huh? Are you really going to ruin how happy we've made by being here all because you're upset that I've taken your place in the house? You stupid little ingrate. This is your mother speaking to you right now. Wait, what? What do you mean? Mom, is that really you? Are you texting me from Amy's phone? Oh, that's right. And Amy has shown me all of the horrible messages that you've been sending her, which means that I have seen all the cruel insults that you've been hurting at her too. Did you really think that any of this was okay? You know that I can't let you get away with this, don't you? I want you and your family to pack your things and get ready to leave. I'm going to call a friend who owns a truck and he'll move you back into your house. Wait, hold on, Mom. Are you serious about this? You aren't really just going to kick us out of here, are you? I mean, we just moved in and settled down. Besides, I thought that you would have been happy to be living with your favorite daughter and near all of your grandkids too. Of course I'm serious. I mean, did you really think that you could just barge in here and suddenly announce that you're going to be living here? Don't you think that I can't even walk properly? Your sister has here been helping me around and do things around the house this whole time. But now I can hardly even hear myself think, much less move around freely with all these people in my house. Please, you've got to be kidding me, right? This is some kind of joke. You're not really Mom. It's just Amy pretending to be you, right? Why are you asking me this via text when we're all in the same house? You can come up to my room and ask me to my face if you really want to know. In fact, do that right now. I want to talk to you right this second. In the meantime, I'm going to call my friend and have him bring his truck over. Tell your husband and children that they need to pack up all their things right now. But why would you do that? Why do you need to call your friend and ask him to bring his truck over? I don't understand. I already told you why. It's so that he can take all your crap out of my house. So then you're really serious? You're going to choose Amy over your other daughter, all your grandchildren? Do you think it's easy to get 4 children to pack up all their things and move all the way over here? We just got here. I don't care if you moved in here with a whole football team. You are all doing nothing but causing chaos and making a mess of my home, and I'm furious with you. Why are you even coming back if you're not going to do anything to help me out? I was happy to be here with your dad and Amy. But I really didn't know that. I thought that Amy was just being a parasite. I thought you would have liked to be with the family. You mean you thought you could just do this without even asking me about it first? I thought it would be a nice surprise for you, is all. Besides, I never once told you that you would be allowed to live here, and had you asked, I still would have said now. Please, you can't kick us out though. We already canceled the lease on our old place and we don't have anywhere else to go. Well, it sounds to me like that's a problem for you and your husband to figure out amongst yourselves. But I want you all out of my house, and if you don't leave, I will make you two leave. Do you understand me? Now, I'm going to put your sister back on while I call my friend. I'm serious. If you don't start backing up right now, we will just start throwing your things outside. But you can't do that to me. It isn't fair. I was just trying to think of my family. You can understand that, right?
Hello, Joanne? It's Amy again. Well, I guess this is what you get for trying to kick me out of Mom and Dad's place without even talking to them about it first.
This isn't fair. How could Mom do this to me? I can't help if that's what she wants. I don't mind helping at all.
I really don't think that Mom wants any help from you or your children or your husband at all. I mean, do you even know the first thing about nursing?
Well, I bet I could figure it out.
And you're really just taking our own mom's life into your hands like that? You really are one of the most selfish people that I have ever met. Do you know that? I wasn't just living with Mom and Dad because I didn't have anywhere else to go. I literally went to nursing school. I learned about elder care. I have skills that they need. I wasn't being a parasite either. Mom and Dad and I had a deal where I could live with them in exchange for taking care of them like I had been.
But I thought that you were just trying to kiss up to Mom and Dad so that they would give you more of their inheritance.
If you think you're getting a penny of that at all now, then you really do need to talk to Mom. She's telling me that she's going to call her lawyer next and have you taken out of her will.
What? Would she really do that? But that isn't fair.
Also, she said if you don't start packing up your things right now, that she would call the cops and force you all out.
Oh no! How did this all come to this? This isn't fair!
In the end, Joanne and her family were able to pack up their bags and get her family moved out of Mom and Dad's place. Although her husband was furious with her, and I heard that they were going to get a divorce. After hearing about that, however, I decided to block Joanne on everything and have done my best to avoid hearing about her ever since. At this point, I just hope that her kids turn out okay with such a wreck of a mother. As for my parents and I, we decided that it would be better to move somewhere new where Joanne couldn't find us, and with more amenities for my parents.
Hi, Miss Watson. I just wanted to message you to say thank you very much for this truly auspicious event. I look forward to having your continued support in this.
Hello there, Dan. I know that you're the director, but there's no need for such formal greetings anymore. But I wanted to thank you as well, especially for your support. It's okay for you to call me Charlotte. Don't worry about my last name anymore. I hope that it's okay to address you by your first name. Is that all right?
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much. I was just wanting to be more polite, that's all. But I'm afraid it might be weird to be so casual in front of other people.
Oh, please, we're about to become relatives soon, are we not? I would love for us to all get along and build a great relationship.
Ah, well, thank you for your kind words. I suppose I will just call you Charlotte from now on. It's nice being more on a first-name basis. It's so strange, but it makes me happy that we can be like this. So we're having dinner this weekend, and I've made a reservation at a restaurant that I'd like to go to with my family. Does 7 o'clock work for you?
Oh, going out for dinner? Is this where I'll be meeting all of the family for the first time? Yes, 7 works fine for me.
Okay, that's great. I'll make sure to tell Ryan about it as well, so that he'll be there on time. Hopefully, he should be flexible with that time. Okay, he just got back to me, and I confirmed everything with him. He said there's no problem with 7 o'clock for dinner.
Okay, great. So it's all sorted then. I guess that I'll see all of you at 7 o'clock for dinner. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone and getting to know them. Oh, but I do have one request, if that's okay to ask. I'm just wondering about something. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little anxious about this meeting. I know it's important.
Yes, of course, Charlotte. You can tell me anything, and I'll try my best to listen and see what I can do to help. But you do know that you can come to me for anything, okay?
Well, that's very kind of you, Dan. Does your wife know about the position that I'm in? Have you mentioned anything to her about me?
Oh, my wife? No. I've not gone into much detail about you with her. We haven't had many chances to talk lately. She's been acting a bit rude, and it doesn't make me want to have many conversations with her at all. I think that it's best for others to get to know you themselves instead of hearing things from people other than the person they're mentioning.
I see what you mean. I completely agree with that, Dan. Thank you for not saying anything. But I would like you to not tell your wife anything about me, okay? If they know about the information that you give her in advance, I'll have to be more careful with what I say, or she'll start judging me really quickly. I just want to build a good relationship with the mother of the groom. She'll soon be my mother-in-law, and I don't want to get on her bad side. When I talk to her, I plan to talk about the company, and then I'm more in control of what's being said. Is this all okay with you? I didn't mean to spring this on you too much.
No, of course. You're fine. I'll let you do the talking for yourself, and I'll make sure that everyone is on their best behavior for the dinner. I'm sorry for putting too much attention on you. I just wanted everyone to have a good time whilst they are getting to know you.
I get what you mean, but I just wanted to keep more of a low profile, so please don't worry too much about this. Just please don't tell your wife anything. That would be great. But I'm looking forward to meeting her and having a nice dinner as a family. It'll be really fun. I hope that we can have a good time together while eating some really nice food.
Me too. I hope we'll have a lot of fun getting to know one another and talk about our lives and our careers. I'll tell my daughter not to worry.
I feel less worried about it now than before I told you, so thank you. We're going to become a family after all, so it's best to keep the communication open. I'll see you at the dinner. Good evening. It's very nice to talk with you today. I'm Gwyneth. I'm Whitney's mom. I just got your number now and wanted to message you in advance. Oh, you're Whitney's mom? Oh, it's very nice to talk with you too. I'm Ryan's mom, Charlotte, and I'm looking forward to meeting you and joining our families together. So I was asking Whitney a bit about your family. I just felt it was better to talk to you about this in advance rather than at the dinner table. I actually got your contact information through your son, Ryan, and it's paramount that we talk about this right now. Oh, okay. What is it that you wanted to talk about, Gwyneth? Are you sure it can't wait until the dinner? Must this be discussed over the phone like this? So I had no idea that Ryan was raised in a single-parent household, that he was raised by only you. Were you trying to hide that little piece of information about you? Huh? What do you mean? Why are you even talking about this? How is this something that you needed to know? Well, your son has never mentioned anything up until now about his upbringing. I just got the impression that he's ashamed. He was obviously hiding it. But to be honest, I was actually shocked to find out he came from a single-mother household. I never would have guessed that about him at all. Sorry, I just don't understand why you brought this up, Gwyneth. Why are we having this conversation? It's not very good to talk about this through messaging. I guess it's kind of hard to believe that Ryan would hide the fact that he was only brought up by me, but I didn't think that many people cared about that. Whitney knew about this information, and she's also met just me, so she knows everything about the family situation. So are you telling me that Whitney knows everything that she needs to know about your family? Is that what you're trying to say? I know that she knew about this. I don't see how my son has done anything bad by not telling you every single thing about him yet. Look, I'm sorry, I might not be understanding or something, but what is your point in this conversation exactly, Gwyneth? If I actually knew that your son was from a single-parent household, I would have told him that he couldn't marry my daughter. I would have never permitted it. I'm sorry, but what did you just say to me? Are you telling me that Ryan wouldn't have been allowed to marry Whitney because he was raised by only one parent? I know that Ryan works for a really well-established company, and I've heard that he's gotten a good education as well. So I just thought that his parents are good people that put a lot of effort into getting a good education and being successful in life. Oh, is that what he told you? My son is definitely one to brag about his success, which is fine. He's done well in life. Yes, but I never expected that he was brought up by a single mother. It just doesn't make that much sense to me. Single mothers just sit at the bottom of society, you know. Excuse me? What did you just say to me? You think because I have no husband, I've got no choice but to sit at the bottom of society? Look, all I want to happen today is for you to cut ties with your son, Ryan. We can't have a single mother associated with our family. If you do this, we'll allow him to marry Whitney. Then everyone's problems will be solved. Your son will be happier without his single mother. I really don't understand where you're coming from at all, Gwyneth. This is insane. You really think that single parents sit at the bottom of society? Isn't that what I've been trying to tell you throughout this entire conversation? I can't believe that he came from a poor single-parent family. I can't believe that he kept a secret like this until the moment we all decided to meet up with one another and for him to marry my daughter. I feel like I can't trust anyone anymore. It's ridiculous. I shouldn't have been kept in the dark about this. It's very important that we understand everything about you. You can't just assume that a single-parent household is sitting at the bottom of society. It makes it sound like we've been in poverty his entire life. I don't understand why Ryan would hide this kind of detail about his family, but it's just a misunderstanding, okay? Hey, I never misunderstood anything, all right? Unfortunately, everything has been set up for tomorrow, but it should be okay if you cancel your reservation, right? Aside from that, I don't really have anything else to talk about with a woman who sits at the bottom of society with the rest of the single mothers. Please, take it easy, Gwyneth. You really know nothing about me, so you need to stop assuming things this instant. I was looking forward to tomorrow. It's an important opportunity to get to know each other as a family. It would be terrible if I was made to cancel all because of a misunderstanding, right? Charlotte, I don't get what you're talking about because there are no misunderstandings here. You're a single mother, are you not? I've got no desire to be associated with a poor woman like you. It's just not a good look. If you don't cut ties with Ryan, then I've got no choice but to reconsider this marriage. I'm planning to tell Whitney what's going to happen if you don't do this. We don't want you involved with this family. No, there's definitely a misunderstanding because you understand who I am as a person. To be honest with you, I'm not poor. Look, how about we just talk about each other's background tomorrow at the dinner? Like I said before, it's a great chance to get to know each other. I do apologize that it's come to this, but you really need to stop making these assumptions about me, okay? Wouldn't it be better to meet and talk this out first than do this over messaging? We'll be digging holes deeper and deeper if we keep messaging like this. Well, by the looks of it, I guess you're not going to cancel your reservation at our table tomorrow. You're going to end up regretting this decision. Tomorrow, you'll be in an upper-class restaurant, so you, a poor woman, will be so happy, won't you? I bet you've got nothing nice to wear either. I don't think I'll be acting the way you assume I will, but thanks for the advice you're giving. I'll also be a little more careful with what I choose to wear. Well, the better thing to do would be to not come to the dinner tomorrow, okay? I've given you a lot of advice, so you need to take it seriously. And again, I thank you for that, but this is all for my son, and I'll put him first in this. I've got no plans to cancel. I'll see you tomorrow at the dinner, Gwyneth. Okay, you've made your point in this. You should have taken my advice. You need to go home early. Don't even think about showing your face in front of my family again. Wow, I am stunned by your reaction, Gwyneth. I thought that you were a grown woman who knew how to treat people better. I never expected that Whitney's mother would be so arrogant. How could you be like that in front of so many people? It's crazy. Are you serious with that line, Charlotte? A poor woman's words like that don't even hurt me. At least I'm not a single mother like you. Hey, I had to hold myself back since we were all greeting each other for the first time before my son gets married to your daughter. I've hit the limit of my patience, so of course I'm going home. Please give my regards to your husband, Dan. My husband will be coming to the restaurant sometime soon, but I'll have dinner with my family and we will then leave. I bet that you really wanted to eat at a really high-class restaurant. You know, I really wish you could have eaten that food that was specially prepared for you. When it comes to cooking, do you even call them dishes? What makes you think that I don't know anything about food? Well, I know that being in a restaurant like this is such a treat for you. Since you're a poor person, you should eat as much as you can. I really didn't expect my son's own mother-in-law would look down on his mother so much. To be honest, I am shocked that a mother has this sort of attitude. Would you please hold back on making me cut ties with my son? It's a horrible idea. What if I were to make a complaint about you? Yeah, sure you will. If you were to come back inside now, I'll feed you some food, okay? But I did say yesterday you'll regret it if you do anything. Wow. You look down on me and then you're overjoyed at the fact that I walked out of the restaurant? You're the one who's going to regret the joy you have. I hate to break it to you, but you'll see what hell feels like soon enough, Gwyneth. You'll be the one regretting all the actions you took. Karma works in mysterious ways, you know? What the heck? What the hell are you even talking about? Do you really think over-exaggerating is going to do anything to me? If you wanted to eat with me that much, you should have come back here and sat at the table. Let the two families meet and we can enjoy dinner at a 5-star restaurant. If only you weren't a poor single parent and thinks that one dish is a whole meal. All right, that's it. I've had enough of this. I feel uncomfortable being in this conversation, so if you'll excuse me, I'll leave. It seems like my son will be going home with you today, so I'll leave you all to it. I'll just try and take my mind off of this. This is too much for me right now. I don't need this.
Gwyneth, you need to listen to what I'm about to say to you. What did you say to that person?
Huh? What on earth are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about. You need to give me a bit more of an explanation.
I was late for a meeting because I ran into Ryan and he talked to me. Did his mother already leave to go home? I heard that you only had her there so that you could target her with your terrible attitude. Don't you think you're mistaken? Are you kidding me with this crap, Gwyneth?
Oh, you met up with Ryan? Oh, that's nice, dear. That's right. I guess I did kind of target her. You know full right that a woman at the bottom of society is not suitable for being in this family. So I told her nice and politely to not show up to the dinner and to just go home. What's so wrong with that? We don't need her kind around here.
Are you kidding me, Gwyneth? Would you cut the crap? Why do you always have to start drama? This is why I never tell you anything.
Excuse me, you can't just talk to me like this, Dan. What on earth are you talking about anyways? Why don't you tell me things?
Because you always read things the wrong way. Don't you understand what you did? That person you pushed away is the president of my company.
Huh? What person? Who is the president of the company? What are you talking about, Dan? Dan, you're not making a lick of sense to me.
Ryan's mother, Charlotte, the one you've been treating so horribly, is the president of the company that I work for, President Watson. Can't you imagine all the blood rushing to my cheeks? I'm so embarrassed. Do you understand what you've done? She's my boss.
Whoa. Just rewind a little bit, okay? What are you saying? I've got no idea what's going on. I'm so confused, Dan. Are you saying that Charlotte is your boss? Not that miserable, poor, and single mother. Oh, surely not. You must be mistaken.
You're seriously the scum of all humanity, Gwyneth. Why did you treat her this way just because she raised her son as a single mother? Her husband was actually the previous president of the company. Unfortunately, he passed away in a car accident over 10 years ago.
Oh, God. Are you being serious? Look, I had no idea that any of that happened to her and that her husband was the last president of your company.
I was the one that asked her son to marry our daughter in the first place. I feel like that's a pretty coherent conversation, Gwyneth. I was so happy that our children decided to get married to each other. Originally, I was the one asking Charlotte to set up as a couple.
What the heck are you saying? Why didn't you tell me such an important matter? You should have kept me in the loop so none of this would have happened. I had no idea of this at all. I had no idea that Charlotte was the president of the company. It was hard to imagine her as a president. What's so bad about me acting like I did?
President Watson didn't want people to pay too much attention to her high-level position. I didn't say anything because I wanted you to get to know each other. Not as career people, but as family. The way we should have done it, I really thought that you had more manners than what you showed but I was wrong. I really never expected anything like this to happen. This is all your fault, you stupid woman. How could you treat her like that?
Okay, just hold on a minute. Whitney just left. Where the heck is she going? Oh, for goodness sake, if things continue like this, I'll be all alone in this restaurant. It's going to be so awkward sitting at this huge table. This was not supposed to happen. This is that woman's fault. She should have just been truthful about herself. Can you please hurry up and get here, Dan? Let's just discuss things and think about all of this together.
No way. I am coming over there just so you won't be alone at a table. It's completely impossible to reason with you, Gwyneth.
What did you just say to me? What's so impossible about talking to me? All you had to do was tell me the truth.
I never told you anything because you're always so quick to judge people before you get to know them. I can't even look at your face right now. You need to leave the restaurant right now. Even if I go and apologize to President Watson, it doesn't change what you said and did to her. For now, the reservation will only be for Ryan and Whitney. It wouldn't be good if you were still hanging around and ruining the mood. So get out! You've caused enough trouble for one day and for a lifetime, to be honest. How dare you treat a widow so badly? She never asked for this single mother life. How dare you be so rude?
Wait, Dan. Oh, don't you think you're being too harsh right now? Wait, sweetheart, please. Where are you right now? Please talk to me. Hello, Charlotte. Are you there? I really do apologize for messaging so late at night. Do you have time to talk by any chance right now? What do you want to say to me this time, Gwyneth? What could you possibly say so that it seems like you're looking down on me? I've got absolutely nothing at all to say to you anymore. I'm done listening to all the nonsense you say. You've said and done enough. Are you just trying to dish out more crap to make me feel bad? Oh, please don't say that. It's imperative that I talk to you right now. I've come here to apologize, but also to say that isn't it terrible that we couldn't participate in the dinner tonight? I had no idea that you were the president of a company. I really did act a little rude tonight, and I shouldn't have. It was not good. If I had known that you were the president of my husband's company, I wouldn't have behaved the way that I did. Well, what you said to me told me all there is to know about you, Gwyneth. I know enough now about you and what judgments I need to make. Huh? What is that supposed to mean? Charlotte, I just admitted that if I'd known more about you, I wouldn't have acted like that. You know, Dan, my managing director had something to say about your attitude. I can't trust people who turn their backs on me. He was right in not saying anything to you. The words you said and the way you behaved to me yesterday and today was enough for me to see. I've got no desire to become relatives with you. Okay, I understand why you would say that to me, but you calling off our children's marriage just because you don't like me is a bit far, isn't it? There's no way that I could possibly cancel their marriage when they go quite well together. I'm not that much of a self-centered person. Huh? Oh, what you're saying makes no sense then. We'll probably be relatives if this marriage still goes on, right? I'm Whitney's mom and you're Ryan's mom. Well, I guess it was a good idea to have had you join us at the restaurant. I just wish I knew more about you, but I don't know why you got me kicked out, though. I guess you've misunderstood the situation once again, Gwyneth. I wasn't the one who kicked you out. You were kicked out by your husband, Dan. It seems like Whitney and Dan have grown really fond of me and didn't want me to be interrogated and berated by you. Huh? What do you mean that they've grown fond of you? What have you done for my husband and daughter to make them like you so much? You know why they like me, even if I don't have to tell you all the details. Your husband must have told you this himself, right? I don't get what you're talking about, Charlotte. I was told that he would get a divorce from me and that I would have to leave the house. I'm just feeling so emotional right now. I just can't think straight. There's no way that he's being serious, right? Oh, this can't be happening to me. Well, that's not something that I know about, Gwyneth. That's your own business that you have to deal with because of what you did. Your actions angered our managing director, who is normally really calm when issues arise. I guess this won't ever end for him unless he does something about it. Well, it sounds like now you'll have nothing to do with Whitney anymore, so there's not much reason to refuse their marriage, right? What do you mean by that? Are you telling me that Whitney and you will no longer be a part of my family anymore? How can you possibly do this? Don't you think you're taking this a little bit too far, Charlotte? You do realize that she's my daughter, right? You can't make her leave me. I'm not making her or your husband do anything they don't want to do. Your actions have embarrassed her and Dan, and they just don't want you around anymore. We're going to let your family decide what they're going to do about this mess of a situation. To be honest, it doesn't matter to me if you get divorced. Or that they're cutting ties with you. Even if those things don't happen, I'm sure they'll still decide to not hang around a family member like you anymore. What? How dare you say something like that to me? My own family can't do this to me. I've come here to apologize, and this is what I get in return? I want Ryan to be happy, and he's very happy with Whitney. She's a good girl, and she doesn't have any of your horrible traits. That's why I'm agreeing to them getting married. I want what is best for them. You obviously care more about status than anything else. With or without knowing my circumstances, you still made assumptions about me and decided to make me go away just because I'm a single mother. I lost my husband. I wasn't a single mother by choice. I can't forgive you for treating me like a poor person when I'm not. You shouldn't be treating anyone like that at all. Don't you think it's natural for me to have this sort of response? That I don't want you involved with this family after what you said? Please don't do this to me. Please just ignore what I said and did earlier on. I've been reflecting on what I did, and I was definitely going a bit insane. I just automatically thought that single mothers are generally poor because their husbands leave them with nothing. I didn't know you lost yours. But now I understand what's going on here. Look, Charlotte, I'm really sorry for what I did, and I'll never do it again. Could you please mediate between me and my husband? He's not listening to me, and he won't return any of my calls. Since you're his boss, I'm sure he'll listen to you, and he'll do what you say. Wait, what? Why are you getting me involved for? Why should I have to do it? Your marriage and the relationship you have with your daughter is none of my business. I'm not some witch who can magically fix your problems. My husband is really angry with me because I made you angry when I didn't mean to. I had no idea of your situation. This will all be resolved if you just tell Dan that you don't care and that we can all start over and just try and build a family together. Don't destroy my marriage. Gwyneth, you've brought this on yourself. You're destroying your own marriage, not me. Stop blaming me for everything that goes wrong in your life. I've got no idea where you're coming from with this at all, but I've had enough of it. You've completely betrayed your husband's trust in not making judgments. We're all simply rejoicing in the fact that the children are going to marry each other. I've arranged another meeting with us excluding you. I feel so sorry for Dan that it had to come to this, but you just ruined everything and, well, you've got to pay for it now. Please, just do something to help me. What will happen if I get divorced? If that happens, I've got nowhere else to go. I'll be homeless. And that's not all. Whitney's also mad at me, right? Oh, please, just help me out. Don't mess up my family any more than it already is. I'm really over this entire conversation, so if you'll excuse me, I've got business to attend to. But aren't you glad this happened, Gwyneth? At least now you'll find out how a poor person feels, right? Please eat some rice before you get kicked out of your house. With that, I say goodbye to you, you horrible woman. Stop judging a book by its cover. Get to know people first. You know what? I don't think I ever want to step foot into another 5-star restaurant ever again because of you. You've put me off so much. In the end, Charlotte ignored Gwyneth for the rest of the night. Gwyneth tried to apologize to her over and over again, but it wasn't going to be enough. She tried to flatter Charlotte, but she was not paying her any attention. And of course, Whitney and Gwyneth's husband Dan also cut her out of their lives. Once they held another meeting without Gwyneth present, the meeting continued without her being there. They communicate way better without her around. It sounds like Whitney and Ryan had an amazing wedding celebration and are happily married now. Gwyneth was not invited even though she was the mother of the bride. She wasn't even allowed to come into the wedding venue at all. It's ironic how she couldn't attend, but it's the result of her own actions. There's no way that anyone would sympathize with Gwyneth on this. She brought it on herself. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hannah, hey, could you do me a huge favor? I'm coming home tomorrow to give birth. Could you please leave one of the bedrooms open for me? You're going to be at home, so that's what you should be able to do for me, right? Please and thank you in advance for doing this.
Wait, who is this again? Is that you, Rebecca? I didn't realize you had my number. You're coming here to have your baby? I don't think I got told this at all.
Are you kidding me? Why do I have to tell you everything? It's really none of your business, so I don't have to tell you until the very last minute. It doesn't matter when I come home because it's my home and I'm allowed to be there. Besides, I'm a pregnant woman. What's wrong with a pregnant woman returning home to give birth? That should be allowed.
No, I'm not saying anything of the sort. I don't think it's bad at all. However, I wish you'd told me so I could have prepared in advance. Especially when it comes to your unborn child, we need to have the right procedures in place for it all to go as smoothly as possible.
Well, that's on you if you aren't prepared for this. You're asking me when you should be prepared for me to come over? You should be ready by now.
The way they practice medicine here is very old and very stuck in its ways, though.
Would you shut up and just get things ready for me? I haven't had time to watch TV lately like you have. Just do it quickly. Don't backtalk to me, you absolute parasite. You know you've moved into my parents without lifting a finger. That means you're a good-for-nothing parasite who's lazy and shouldn't be involved in my family's business.
Okay, well, first of all, there clearly seems to be some misunderstanding. I actually work really hard and I pay for the mortgage on the house. That's why we're all able to live together under the same roof, so I don't believe you're right in calling me a parasite, Rebecca.
Excuse me? How dare you talk back to me like that? Don't be so bossy. You're only being like this because I got married and having a child before you. It's a shame for a woman not to have children in this day and age. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It's not that you don't want to give birth. It's because you can't. Even though I'm no longer a hardworking professional anymore, I can't just lie and say you aren't a parasite. Hey, what the heck is this? Why aren't you responding to the messages I'm sending you? You're so rude.
I was going to talk to you a little later on once you had calmed down and stopped making me feel so anxious.
So you just thought ignoring my messages would be the best thing to do? You're more the one who's irritating me than the other way around. You've really got some nerve being cheeky towards me. How long are you planning on staying at my house, huh? Now that I'm back home, I can't just let parasites like you do whatever they want. You paying the mortgage is a big fat lie. You know what? You need to pack up your things and leave immediately. Maybe you should be the one that I cut ties from, Rebecca. Wait, what? Hey, this isn't Hannah. Wait, Mom? Is that you? Now, wait just a minute. You can't just show my mom our messages without asking for permission. It's an invasion of my privacy. You are such a horrible woman. You're trying to sabotage me. I know what you're trying to pull here. I can't believe what's going on here. I'm so sorry, Hannah. Rebecca's been causing so much trouble for you lately. Even though that child's living off our allowance, she still thinks she can treat people badly. It's absolutely outrageous.
Oh, Pamela, please don't apologize when it's not your fault. Was it good for you to message her like you did? I feel like it would make me even more angry if that was said to me.
I think it'll work out, but she's always doing things like this. It's really pathetic because if you don't say those kinds of words to her, she won't show any remorse at all. I was told that there was something more important to talk about, so I'll just take my time with this. I'm sorry for focusing so much on Rebecca. So what was that conversation about anyways? What's going on?
I've got something really important to tell you, but it's also related to Rebecca as well.
You've got to be kidding me. What's that child done now? What did she say to you, Hannah?
Actually, I probably could just show you what she said to me.
I can't believe you're doing this to me, but by all means reply as you please, you stupid woman. Don't worry about me then. You're the worst person I've ever dealt with in my life. How dare you show my mother those messages and just ignore me when I text you? You're such a scumbag. Don't ignore me. All you are is a woman who can't bear children. You're obviously jealous of me. It's so tough being pregnant. You've got no idea what I'm going through. You need to treat me with a bit more respect.
Rebecca, please calm down, okay? If you really don't like me that much, why don't you change your plans about doing a home birth, huh? You know the area where you live has a really famous hospital that has a lot of women go and give birth in. I think you'd be better off in a hospital than at home. The facilities are better there and you'd be in much safer hands.
Are you being serious right now? Really? Useless people like you who can't give birth to a real human being lack the ability to come up with good ideas. My husband's currently doing a job by himself, so I'm alone. I think it's only natural for me to come home and be with my parents so they can look after me when the child is born. You're a parasite, but right now you're being so bossy. It's annoying. You need to leave the house right now. Since you can't have children, I bet you'd try and mess with my baby out of jealousy.
No matter what I say or do for you, it seems like you've got no intention of living peacefully with me.
Oh, come on, Hannah. We all know you're so jealous of me. You really don't like the state of affairs right now? Everyone around you hates that you're a stone-cold parasite.
Oh, really? Is that so? Is that what you really think of me and what others think of me, Rebecca? But I don't think that I'll be the one who has to leave the house or the family for that matter.
Huh? What are you talking about? You're such an idiot sometimes. Don't you know that no one wants you around anymore? Are you kidding me? What is this game you're playing? Was all of this your doing? How could you do this to me? Because of you, I've been given no choice in this. My husband wants a divorce? You're really wanting to screw up my life that badly? How dare you? When I asked my husband why he wanted a divorce in the first place, he said that you told him something crazy. Is that true? Are you trying to take away the father of my unborn child? I can't believe you're harassing me like this because you can't have children. You're so finished. You're so horrible. You're going to wish you'd never been born, Hannah.
The only person I think that's going to wish they hadn't been born is you, Rebecca. I've done nothing wrong. The only reason why you're getting a divorce from your husband is because he found out you were cheating on him. It's your own fault, Rebecca.
How could you have possibly known what was going on in the first place? I hid everything so well, you know.
Well, I was actually doing a background check on you, and lo and behold, I happened to find out about your affair with another man.
Huh? How can that be? So does that mean you hired some private investigator to spy on me or something?
I guess that's what I did, yes. I was actually quite surprised that you were cheating, but I already despised your actions anyways. So I feel sorry for my brother-in-law right now. He's all alone working hard to pay for you and your unborn child. I ended up contacting my brother-in-law to check up on him, and it sort of just slipped. He said that you still did that to him even though he gave you enough to live on every month. It sounded like he was about to cry. That really sucks, you know, Rebecca. You spent his hard-earned money on another man. It's disgusting. But then your own mother's allowance made up for the shortfall. That's not what a good and fully grown adult should do, Rebecca.
Shut up, Hannah. Why don't you just mind your own business, for goodness sake? That tiny bit I get is never enough to cover everything. I need a lot of money so that I can pay for the hospital expenses and to get clothes for my baby. I need money. What's the big deal?
Yeah, but did you see that you received almost $4,000 a month? You really spent that money so easily, huh? You know that you could probably get baby clothes from other people in the neighborhood. A lot of them have been saying that if you see them throwing clothes away, then you can say that you can use it and take it out of their hands. You haven't bought anything with your own money, have you?
Why are you investigating every single thing that I'm trying to do in my life? That's in really poor taste for you to do that, Hannah. How I interact with my neighbors is none of your damn business.
Well, you got a point there. I guess it really isn't any of my business. We don't need to talk about this. But if things are going to continue as they are, you'll be liable for the divorce and you won't be able to avoid paying alimony.
What on earth did you just say? Who's supposed to pay? I'm just a pregnant woman and I have to raise my child soon. I can't pay alimony, and besides, my husband will be the one paying for the child support, so I've got nothing to worry about. Well, I guess now I can get married to the man that I was having an affair with, so I guess I can thank you. I'm finally free of this mess.
Well, I guess I might as well wish you all the best with that. You seem extremely happy about this.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? Did you think that I was going to be more bitter about this since you found out? Nice try, Hannah. Such a shame your plan didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Looks like you wanted to harass me, but I guess that's not going to happen.
It seems like you don't really understand the situation that's unfolding here, Rebecca. I better tell you before you find out the truth. You can't just go off and get remarried to another man or be able to raise that child you're going to give birth to.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? Do you really think that'll happen to me? Are you dreaming or something?
Well, my brother-in-law will be the one who gets custody of the child since what you did was so wrong.
You've really got no idea what you're talking about, Hannah. You're completely wrong. The mother of the child is the one who gets sole custody. In other words, I've got an overwhelming advantage over my stupid husband.
You're the one being stupid. It's easier for father to gain custody over the child than it is for a criminal, Rebecca.
What did you just say? Are you calling me a criminal? You know I've done nothing wrong, and I'm the one giving birth to this baby soon.
Rebecca, don't you care or understand why I was investigating your background in the first place?
Well, it's obviously because you're trying to take advantage of my weakness, right? Because you don't like that I'm pregnant.
Wow, you're way off, Rebecca. That's not much of a reason at all. I've actually been gathering evidence to get revenge on you.
Excuse me? I don't remember hating on you that much, Hannah. Don't you know that all women hold grudges sometimes? Don't take things so seriously.
You just don't get it, do you, Rebecca? Almost over a year ago, I've had a grudge against you. Don't you remember what you did to me during my pregnancy? What happened to my child?
Wait, what? What's that all about? Don't say such weird things like that to me. I've done nothing to you.
Are you seriously trying to tell me to stop that? You ruined everything. When I was pregnant over a year ago, you were so cruel to me and thought it would be funny to push me, and you slammed me into a wall. I feel like I summed it up quite well. You didn't like that I got pregnant before you did, so you thought it'd be funny to harass me every time we met up. I'll never forget what you did to me and my unborn child. They aren't here because of you. I'm not making this up. You know you did this.
What are you even on about? Stop kidding around. I never hurt you or that baby of yours. Stop lying about it. It wasn't my fault that you were standing in the middle of a doorway. I was in a hurry and you needed to move out of the way.
You told me to get out of your way and I was trying to, but you thought shoving me would teach me a lesson. You couldn't even go out shopping with me or look me in the eyes because you hated me so much. To this day, I still don't get why. You had no idea what happened to me after that so-called incident happened. I was unable to remain passive to you due to what you did to me. I crashed into the wall and hit my stomach. I was knocked out because I hit my head also, and when I came around, I'd lost the baby, and I was empty. Do you even remember what you said to me when I asked you to apologize to me? While you were busy laughing, you turned around and said that I fell on my own and that I just didn't realize it because I'm so stupid. That's what you said, wasn't it, Rebecca? That's why I decided to take revenge on you. I couldn't bear what you did to me, and I hate you so much for it.
I don't understand. Why are you just trying to ruin everything now? Why would you do this to me?
I was about to get revenge on you, but then I discovered that you were pregnant. I couldn't help but hate you more, but the unborn child isn't to blame. If something were to happen to you physically, then the baby would be in danger also, so I have to wait until you've given birth to it.
I haven't even given birth yet, but you're still trying to ruin my marriage? You thought that you'd wait a little longer?
Or rather, what should the person receiving the revenge do? Should they be granted a reprieve? Well, of course I was going to patiently wait until the baby was born, but I got the support from my mother-in-law to do something about you.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? My mother's on your side with this? That can't possibly be true.
When you decided to come home and give birth to the baby, I immediately started to plot my revenge. But of course, to my mother-in-law, you're her daughter. I thought I'd tell her after the plan was carried out, but I just couldn't hold it in. I told her everything yesterday. She needed to know why her grandchild ended up in heaven rather than living the life it deserved.
Are you stupid or something? There's no way my mother would believe what some stupid woman would say over me. My mom always takes my side, and she will this time as well. She'd never turn on me.
Well, I did say to her that I'd get revenge on you after you've given birth to your baby. You know, she's very angry at you for what you did.
Hey, don't even try convincing her of your lies. Mothers always side with their children anyway. That's such a shame for you. Your plan will never work.
She did tell me that she was extremely angry with you, so she told me that there's no need to wait and that you should receive your reward right now. That's honestly what she said to me, Rebecca. I don't think you should deny it.
Huh? What are you talking about? She didn't say that, did she? She'd never turn her back on this.
Look, she was right there beside me when she saw what you were messaging to me, and I told her what I wanted to do. She told me how sorry she was about me having to put up with all your crap and what you did to me and my child.
Wait, what? Why is she being like this? She's supposed to be on my side, not yours. How could she do this to me?
You're obviously not aware of what's going on, but it seems like things have been tough for your mother for a long time. She was also struggling with how to deal with your antics and your cruel attitude, so she's had it taken care of by the police. She really thought that you'd calm down once you became an adult, but I guess that wasn't the case. When she saw the messages that you'd sent me, she knew deep down that you'd not changed a bit and this would always be your true nature. Seems she can no longer stop anyone from getting revenge on you. I guess she doesn't want to protect you anymore.
Would you stop messing around? This isn't funny anymore. Stop telling my mother all of these strange things. She shouldn't be believing it. To be honest, I don't care about your circumstances. If you try and do anything to me or my baby, then I have no choice but to go to the cops.
You're the one who'll be taken care of by the police, Rebecca. I filed a report regarding the passing of my baby, and I'm seeking compensation. You do know that you're going to be arrested for this, right? You made me lose my baby on purpose. We've already started to prepare for the case, and we've got evidence to back up our claims. You're going to be crushed into little bits, Rebecca, and you deserve it.
Would you stop this? This is absolutely insane. You need to stop with this madness. You're not going to get away with this. Does it really matter what happened to your unborn child? Many women lose their babies every day. What's the big deal?
Wow, you really are the devil reincarnated, aren't you, Rebecca? Since the police are aware of the situation, I think they'll wait until after the baby's born to make the arrest, so I hope you can look forward to that. I'm sure you'll have the baby soon enough, and they'll come and arrest you for hurting me and my baby. If you're arrested, you'll lose custody of your child.
Now hold on just a minute. You can't do this to me. You can't just take my child away from me. It's just going to make the situation worse for my baby.
It'll only cause you trouble, not the baby. I loved your imitations, by the way, when I found out you were pregnant. You said it'll be great, that there will be so many pregnant women around me, and now I can celebrate with them with the birth of my child. However, you cheated on your husband and now he's divorcing you. Even her own baby will be taken away and she'll be arrested. It's going to be great watching you fall, Rebecca. You'll be the laughing stock of everyone around you.
Please don't do this to me. If you truly understand what's going to happen, you'll withdraw the report and there'll be no harm done. Please don't let this happen to me.
I don't think I will, Rebecca. You deserve what happens to you next. You're not even qualified to be a mother. You're going to suffer for the rest of your life.
Mom, how could you let that horrible woman do all these strange things? Open your eyes, Mom. She's manipulating you so she can get rid of me. Your real daughter is more important than her. Don't you see that? I'm giving birth to your grandchild really soon. You should be on my side here. Get rid of that parasite and quickly. Throw away her belongings, too. She's going crazy. She can't get me arrested by the cops. Ah, yes, I suppose you're right, dear. I better get rid of all the luggage and things in my house. But the only things I'm getting rid of are yours, Rebecca. Wait, what? What's that supposed to mean? You're getting rid of my things? Why? I haven't done anything to you, Mom. You're no longer my daughter anymore, Rebecca. Not after the way you've treated people. I don't want a horrible person like you being in this family unit. But I'm the real daughter here. I'm your flesh and blood, remember? Why would you disown me like this? It's your duty to help me out. Where's all the unconditional love and support that you're always talking about? You know that Hannah told me everything. She told me what you did to her, how you shoved her so badly. You murdered my grandchild. I don't want anyone who treats people so horribly in this family, even if you are my daughter. You should be locked up for what you did. I won't help you anymore. You're on your own from now on. You can sort out your own future. Just try and live and make amends for what you've done. That can't happen. It's not fair. Because of that woman, my husband's divorcing me. You used to give me an allowance every month. How am I supposed to live? I'm in no fit state to get a job or anything like that. You can't just abandon your own daughter and soon-to-be grandchild. It's a terrible thing to do. If anyone's terrible, it's you, Rebecca. You didn't even try to understand what Hannah was going through. You should know since you're very pregnant right now. But you just disrespect her all the time, and I thought you knew better than to treat people that way. What's worse is that you've still not apologized to her. It was because of Hannah that you were able to get such a big allowance from me since she was covering the mortgage repayments. You were able to live the life you wanted thanks to her, and this is how you repay her? By being cruel and making her lose the baby? She repaid you with her kindness, but you thought it would be funny to slam her into a wall and cause serious harm. What makes you human anymore, Rebecca? Honestly, I think nothing does. You should be punished for what you did to my other grandchild. Please stop this, Mom. It's not fair. What am I supposed to do now? How could you do this to me? Why must you take her side? I'm about to give birth really soon. I need you to be there for me, Mom. What am I supposed to do about this birth? Don't worry, just give birth like other women have. I'm not going to do anything bad to my grandchild, but I'll help them live a good and healthy life. I'm only going to help my grandchild. You don't deserve my help. You should suffer the consequences of your actions. No, that's not fair. I should be allowed to be with my baby. You've got to help me out, Mom. You can't let Hannah do this to me. You can't just abandon me like this. I need your help. I can't get arrested for doing anything. She's trying to ruin our lives, Mom. Please, you've got to help me out, or get someone else to help me out. Please, don't leave me. Mom, I need you. Don't do this to your daughter. Hannah, I wanted to apologize about all the things that have happened. I really thought my daughter had changed. I didn't raise my daughter well, and it's all my fault. I failed as a mother, and I let her get away with so much in life. I feel so bad. And on top of all that, you took over the mortgage payments on the house when you didn't need to do that. You must really hate this family now, right? I guess I was pushing you way too hard, and it's all backfired, and I just don't know what to do to fix it.
Pamela, please don't worry about anything that's happened. It wasn't your fault, and don't put all the blame on your shoulders. That's not fair. You were the one that taught me what a real family is about. Since I grew up in foster care, I never really knew my parents. I hated Rebecca, but I never hated you as a mother-in-law, Pamela. I was happy that you continued to take care of me even though I lost my baby. I'm surprised you didn't hate me more for what happened.
Hannah, I could never hate you for what happened. It wasn't your fault. I don't think I could ever hate you. I'm grateful that you continued to stay here and be with us.
Wait a minute, what? What do you mean you're grateful? I've hardly done anything for you, though.
Well, thanks to you, I was able to see my daughter's horrible ways and disown her from the family. Sometimes it's hard because she was a part of the family, and it was so difficult to cut those ties. And because of you, I don't have to worry too much about the mortgage repayments anymore, and I don't have to send money to Rebecca. From now on, please spend the money you earn on yourself and not on Rebecca or the rest of the family. You've helped me out so much.
Oh, Pamela, I just wanted to do what was best for the family. I hope that I didn't take things too far with this.
No, it's fine. We can all live in peace now without my daughter around. I know it's sad, but I want you to look forward and live your life. I'll take care of my grandchild. It'll be difficult for her father to raise them properly when they need to work really hard to be able to afford anything. We'll continue on supporting you in any way we can. We just want you to live your best life, so please go out there and do that, Hannah.
Oh, thank you for those kind words, Pamela. I hope that I can live a long, happy life. I agree with you. I can finally move on with my own life. Rebecca was arrested for her crimes after she'd given birth to her child. My brother-in-law and I are demanding compensation for her after the cruel things she did to us. Of course, my brother-in-law will be granted custody of the child and be given child support. Rebecca's life is now just having to constantly pay her bills to multiple people that she owes money to. In the meanwhile, I finally got pregnant again and gave birth to a healthy baby. Although some days I struggle with looking after my child, I'm living a happy and healthy life with my family, supporting me throughout this journey. I'm forever grateful for them. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Apparently my dad hasn't got long left to live. I don't have the time to visit, so go take a look at him in the hospital tonight and tell me what the doctors say. He's being discharged next week, and we're gonna have to stay with him until he kicks it. Clear out the room in my parents' house before then. We'll sleep there.
What? This is all really sudden. What? Is he okay? Why is he at the hospital? Did he collapse? What do you mean he hasn't got long left?
I don't know and don't care. It just means that he's going to die soon. I didn't think that it would happen this soon, so...
Yeah, you must be really shocked. Are you okay?
Shocked? About what?
Your dad must be in a really serious condition if he's been admitted to the hospital so suddenly. It must be tough knowing you don't have much time left with him.
Why would I be in shock about that? I've been waiting for this. If anything, I'm over the moon. It's finally my time.
What? Is this some kind of joke, Liam?
My dad's company. It's finally mine. I bet he's been hiding a massive fortune from me and my mom all these years. He's a real Scrooge, that old man. He's never told us how much he has, and he never gave us money when we said we wanted to buy something. I deserve to inherit everything he has after being so patient. He has the money to let us live in luxury, but he's so cheap. He refuses to give me and my mom anything we want. It's not fair. I'm entitled to that money. He doesn't know how hard I've worked in this company for him.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? Your dad's in the hospital and you're already talking about your inheritance? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, so what if I am? It's owed to me. I just spoke with my mom, and she says that his condition isn't likely to get any better. He's going to be bedridden, which means he's already got one foot in the grave. There's no better time to talk about my inheritance. Plus, my mom's going to have a hard time taking care of him by herself, and she says that it's a waste of money getting a nurse to take care of him or putting him in a home. So you'll have to do the caretaking. You're my wife, so you can't argue back. Don't expect to get any money out of him either. That money is mine.
What are you talking about?
From now on, you're in charge of taking care of my dad. I'm too busy with work, and your job isn't as important, so you can easily quit. You don't have the right to complain, since I'm going to be rich when I get my inheritance. You should consider yourself lucky for marrying me.
Excuse me? My career is just as important as yours. I can't take care of your dad. You say that you're going to be rich, but as it stands, we're each paying half of the rent and the bills because we're both working.
So what? My dad's the CEO of his company. Once I inherit everything, there's no need for you to work. I can pay everything myself. Lucky you. You're going to be a CEO's wife, and you can stick to being a housewife instead of wasting your time going to work. You're going to have an easy time just staying at home, doing the dishes and cleaning and stuff. What's so hard about that? You should be happy to at least help out with taking care of my dad.
Is that why you suddenly decided we're going to live with your parents? To make yourself look better? So that he wouldn't have any reason to change his mind about passing his company on to you? Even though I'm the one that's going to have to take care of him? You're kidding, right? I don't want to have to do something that troublesome.
What? You can't say that. He's my dad.
Then why don't you take care of him yourself? I'm sure he would be happier if you were with him.
No way, I have work and other stuff. I don't want to deal with an old man like him.
I have work to do. Why do you get to prioritize your job? And what do you mean, and other stuff? What could be more important than taking care of your own dad in his final moments? It's not like you're busy with the housework, because I do all the cooking, cleaning, and the laundry before and after work and on my days off. You make it sound like cleaning is really easy and simple, but it's actually really tiring and time-consuming to keep a house in the condition you always enjoy it in. If anything, you have plenty of free time to take care of your dad yourself.
You're the wife. It's easier for you to quit work. And you married into this family. So you should be happy to sacrifice your job for my sake. It's more worthwhile if I keep my job, since I'm going to be inheriting the position of CEO in a matter of weeks, maybe even days if we're lucky.
I can't believe you actually think that. I'm enjoying my job. I don't want to quit. I'm not sacrificing it for anything or anyone. Can't you respect that?
Respect? Why should I? You're my wife. You're supposed to be supporting me. There's no reason for you to keep your job if we're going to be rich. My mom agrees that that's what we should do, so there's no point arguing about this any further. My mom says that women should be more selfless and give up their job if that's what's necessary for the family. And she's never wrong, so we're going to do what she says.
It's great that you have so much faith in your mom, but you're completely ignoring my opinion. What about what I want to do? We should be working towards finding a solution that suits both of us together, not just forcing an unwanted situation on the other. I need more time to think about this, so I'm gonna go see how your dad is. We can talk later.
My mom and I are going on a trip to a hot spring. I'm leaving my dad to you, so make sure you take care of him properly.
What? Are you going to leave me to deal with everything by myself? What about your dad?
I don't know and don't care. Figure something out.
Huh? What do you mean you don't care?
It's your job to take care of him, not mine. I don't care what you do, as long as you don't hire a nurse or a helper. It's a waste of money. His condition stabilized ever since he collapsed, but there's no telling when it'll be his last day on Earth. So, let me know if he finally kicks it. That's the only report I need, so don't disturb us.
You're seriously going on holiday with your mom? Your dad's bedridden. Don't you want to spend more time with him before he passes? He can't talk so much, but I'm sure he can still hear you. Try talking to him. Where have you been these past few days? You haven't come back at all. I need some time to relax myself, you know? What have you been doing while I've been busy taking care of your dad and doing all the housework?
That's none of your business. I'm free to do whatever I like, whenever I like. I'm a future CEO. Nobody can tell me what to do anymore.
Do you really think that being a CEO means it's okay for you to go and dump all of the stuff you don't want to do onto me? Owning a company doesn't make you any better. You only agreed to let him live with us because you want his company and his fortune, but you haven't even lifted a finger to actually do anything to show that you're worthy of inheriting everything he has.
Well, yeah, it's true I haven't done anything, but what's wrong with that? Why should I do anything when I have a wife to do it for me? All I need is my inheritance. I don't even have to be there when he dies.
I can't believe you. Does your mom really agree with that? Isn't it a little too heartless to decide to go on a holiday when her own husband is on his deathbed?
Of course she doesn't care either. If anything, she was the one that suggested that we go on the trip. She's happy that she's free of having to do the dirty work of helping my dad get changed, go to the toilet and wash him. We're going to be away for a few days so we can get a good rest. Take care of my dad. Oh, and make sure you keep us updated. That's if he gets worse, not if he gets better. I don't want to hear about him making some miraculous comeback to the company.
That's enough, Liam. How can you talk about your own father like that? I never knew you could say something so horrible. You're a terrible son. I've had enough of you and your mother. I knew you weren't perfect when we got married, but I should have realized that you were an asshole much earlier and saved myself the trouble.
I don't care what you think of me. You can insult me all you like, but the only thing that matters to me is that I get my money. I'm anticipating that a lot of money is going to come to me once I take over the company, so I think I'm going to let loose and splurge on this trip. Once I'm CEO, I won't have to worry about money anyways, so I might as well start enjoying the high life.
Oh, yeah? While I stay at home cleaning and taking care of your sick dad? You've got some nerve saying that to me.
That's what a wife is for, right? Staying at home and taking care of the house and kids. My dad can't eat or change himself, so he's practically a baby. The only difference that he's a pretty big one. If you don't like it, you can just leave him there. That might even speed up the process for us, and we can blame you for abandoning him if anyone questions why he was alone. Keep that in mind if you do decide to disappear. That's going to be on your conscience, not mine.
That's enough.
Besides, you don't have anywhere to go, remember? You should be grateful that you've managed to marry a guy like me. With the power and the fortune I'll be gaining, you'll never have to work. The least you can do is take care of my dad until then. He's on his deathbed. You won't have to take care of him for that long. Anyway, I've got to get ready for my trip. I'll see you when I get back. Who's on their deathbed? Huh? I never imagined that my own son would say something so horrendous about me while I was so close to death. I'm disappointed. It bothered me that you and your mother were always whispering about something behind my back. But now I know that it was all about your inheritance and my company. Aren't you ashamed of yourself for making your wife take care of a sick, old man with no help? And not even a word of gratitude? Wait, who is this? This isn't Angela typing. Dad? Who else? Your mother's with you, isn't she? But why are you able to message? I thought you could barely speak, let alone raise your arms to type a message. You were supposed to be dying. What's going on? Well, you were out of the house doing God knows what. Angela was doing her best to take care of me. I made the miraculous comeback that you were dreading. Once I was able to move around more freely, Angela told me that you weren't home and explained everything that had happened. I found out the truth about you and your mother and your true intentions. Wait, you've got this all wrong. If you read the conversation we had until now, then you need to know something. Angela made me say all of that. We had an argument about something really stupid, and I said some really bad stuff about everyone that I honestly regret now. You shouldn't take any of it seriously. It looks bad, but it's not my fault. This is one big misunderstanding, I swear. Liam, do you really think that I'm stupid enough to fall for a pathetic lie like that? Thank goodness I found out about what you and your mother were really like before I passed. I would have turned in my grave if I had let you inherit my company and use my money for your stupid shopping sprees. Before that happens, I'm going to rewrite my will. What? You're going to change it? I'm going to leave everything to Angela. What? Are you out of your mind? Why would you give your company to a complete stranger? She's got nothing to do with the company. You let that complete stranger nurse me back to health. What? It's not like she had anything to do with your recovery. She's only been taking care of you for 1 week. You can't just decide that all of a sudden. What are me and Mom going to do? Are you just going to leave us with nothing? I don't have any money to give to a son and wife that were looking forward to me dying. You didn't even think to spend more time with me. You're out on holiday, I hear. I was planning on giving the company to your little brother, but all of my money is going to Angela for being a wonderful nurse. She's worked extremely hard to keep on top of the housework while spending as much time with me, reading to me, and talking to me. She deserves everything I can give her. What? What are you talking about? What do you mean? You're planning on giving the company to Leon? You were never gonna give me the position of CEO in the first place? Even though I'm the eldest? You don't have what it takes to run a company. The only reason why you even have a job is because you have the same last name as me. You never earned anything for yourself. On top of that, you used your connection to me to influence the people around you and never worked a day in your life. I hear that you've been sitting at your desk, twiddling your thumbs while some other office worker works overtime to finish your work. You haven't done anything to deserve the position of CEO. That's not true. Who told you that? They're lying. They're just trying to turn you against me. You don't even deserve to have a woman like Angela as your wife. She's much too good for you, too generous and too kind. She's wasted on a selfish man like you. What you've done is unforgivable. What are you talking about? You've got to forgive me. No, wait, I haven't even done anything that needs forgiving. Believe me. This is all part of Angela's plan. She's been after your money ever since she married me. She's turning you against me so that she'll get everything. Enough. I'm not interested in your lies, Liam. As long as I'm alive, you're not getting anything. And I'm going to make sure that you can't inherit anything even after I'm gone. You're not welcome in my company or in my home. Don't you dare show your face to me ever again. Don't say that, Dad! I'm your favorite son! Please, wait!
That's what you get.
Huh?
You seem pretty flustered after being lectured and practically disowned by your dad. How pathetic.
Angela? This isn't funny. Why did this happen? Why did you show my dad the conversation we had?
Your dad's been up and around for the past 2 days and his condition has improved a lot since he woke up. We've had time to talk about a lot of things since you've been out, and I still have time off of work.
Seriously? Why didn't you tell me he was up? You tricked me!
I never tricked you. You told me that you didn't want to hear about him getting better, so I didn't mention it. But I suggested that you come back and be with him, remember? I didn't have anyone else to talk to about how you had completely left me to deal with everything by myself. And I've been stressing about a lot of other things besides this incident, so I told him everything. He was happy to give me advice on what I should do with you. Now he knows everything. You're finished, and you only have yourself to blame.
This isn't funny, Angela. Do you understand what you've done? You've ruined your husband's life.
Oh, what are you so upset about?
Why wouldn't I be upset? I'm going to lose my job, my company, my money, all because of you. Stop Dad before he seriously changes the will.
Whose money? Didn't you understand your dad? You don't have any right to it.
Listen to me. I'm your husband.
I don't have any obligation to listen to anything you say, whether you're my husband or not. You may not be able to tell, but I'm pretty pissed off myself.
What? Why would you be pissed off?
You're an idiot if you don't understand why, and you don't have any right to be angry with me. Your dad is furious, and with good reason. He's made his decision based on the way you treated him and he treated me. You don't have any right to change his mind. You can try all you like to make it my fault, but you can't escape the fact that you caused this yourself. If you have a problem with that, why don't you try and make an argument, because I'll shoot it down.
Wait a minute. Why are you so angry? I'm the one that should be angry right now.
Of course I'd be angry. You were trying to go on holiday, fully aware that your dad was in bad condition, hoping that you'd get news that he had passed away while you were gone. You're the worst. Not only that, I have proof of the affairs you've had, and I've passed the evidence on to your dad for him to look at.
Affairs? What are you talking about? I haven't had any affairs.
I've been thinking about filing for a divorce for a long time. I just didn't know when would be the best timing. But it looks like there's no need to think it over anymore. If anything, thanks for giving me the opportunity to break it off.
What? You are thinking about divorce? Since when? Why would you want divorce? Don't you understand that you're a lucky woman for being with me? I'm the CEO's son. What else could you possibly want?
It's taken a while, but I can finally see you for who you really are. I can see that you're not the man that you made yourself out to be when we were dating. Living with you and being married to you has shown me how selfish, lazy, unreliable, and dependent you are. I haven't been living with a husband. I've been living with a big baby. And because of how horrible your behavior has been, your dad's even offered to pay for my lawyer to make sure that I have the advantage in court.
What? Why would he support you? I'm his son. He should be defending me, not backing you up. What the hell did you say to him to turn him against me?
I told him everything. Unlike you, your dad's a good person. He told me that I was just being taken advantage of and that there was no need for me to endure your treatment any longer. And from now on, your dad's going to receive the care he deserves from a home for the elderly, without anyone telling him that he's a waste of money. I'm happy to help him out if he ever needs anything, but keep in mind that I'm not interested in keeping in touch with you. Once we're divorced, we're over.
It's your fault that I'm not going to be CEO and that I'm going to lose my job and you're running away? That's not funny, Angela. You can't run away from me. That's not fair. You should suffer just as much as me.
I'm going to leave your parents' house, but don't even think about coming back to our place. I'm going to live there alone.
What? I thought you already returned our keys to the landlord.
No, I haven't given the landlord notice. I was already planning to ask for a divorce, so I decided that it would be a waste to give the apartment up. But I've already changed the keys, so there's no point trying to get back in. Your stuff is all here at your parents' anyways, so you don't have any reason to go back. If you try and force your way in, I won't have any choice but to call the police and report you for trespassing.
Are you being serious? You really want to get divorced?
Of course I do. I'm very sure that it's for the best.
Don't come crying to me when the divorce is over and you can't get any of the inheritance Dad promised you. Come on, I'll forgive you for threatening to divorce me, so let's work together to get my dad to give us his money.
No, thank you. Your dad's already worked on a way to leave me his money even if I'm not married to you. I told him that I didn't need anything and that all I want is to get a divorce, but he was insistent that I receive something for taking care of him.
What do you mean? He's already found a way to leave you his money? It's better if we stay together, don't you think?
You just want to stay together so that you can enjoy the inheritance I will receive from your dad. Well, we knew that you might start saying stuff like that, and might even refuse to sign the divorce papers, so we've already hired a successful lawyer to cover our case. She's the best divorce lawyer, so you won't even stand a chance.
You've already prepared that much?
Your dad was saying that he's planning on divorcing your mother, too. You're not only going to lose your job and your inheritance, you're both going to lose your spouses and your homes. You can become homeless for all I care. You both deserve what's coming to you.
What? He's going to divorce Mom? Why?
Apparently, your mom was cheating on him, too. She didn't even bother to hide it. She took advantage of him being bedridden and brought her partners into their home. Like mother, like son, I guess. You should both take this chance to reflect on what you've done and learn to respect other people before you remarry. That's if anyone is willing to.
Mom was cheating on Dad? I never heard anything about that. Is he really going to divorce her?
You should be more worried about yourself. The only reason you had a job was because your dad gave you that position. But now he knows everything. You're not going to be able to work for his company anymore. You're not even going to inherit anything. You're not going to be able to live the high life like you hoped you would.
Angela, wait. Think about this. I never imagined that things would turn out like this. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I just got ahead of myself when I heard the news about my dad. Come on, let's stay together and help each other out. I need you, Angela. I can't live without you. Please, you can't leave me.
Oh, really? I can live happily without you. If anything, you need to learn to do the housework yourself for once. There's no way I'm living with you ever again.
You're seriously abandoning me?
You're the one that pushed me to make this decision. If you wanted me to stay, you should have been more caring and more willing to think about my needs as well as yours. The more you beg, the more pathetic you look, so I wouldn't suggest pushing the issue any further. Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy your fancy trip to the hot springs with your mom. You should make the most of it, since you'll be experiencing hell when you get back here. I can't wait to get justice for everything. I had to suffer while I was with you. See you in a few days' time. In the end, Angela cooperated with her father-in-law to fight both Liam and his mother in court. Apparently, Liam continued to beg her to change her mind even after he returned from his trip, but Angela ignored him until the papers were signed and filed. After the divorce was done, she only told him that she never wanted to see him again and refused to talk about the inheritance. Her father-in-law had returned to full health in a matter of days, making it pointless to talk about the inheritance. Angela's mother-in-law had no choice but to accept the terms of the divorce and was kicked out of their home. Liam lost his job, and because he believed that he would inherit his father's fortune, he had never saved any money. He was without a job and a home, and was going to have to live hand-to-mouth for a while. He's still paying the compensation he owes to Angela while living with his mother in a shabby apartment, working day and night to earn enough to feed both himself and his mother. As for Liam's mother, the shock of getting divorced and losing the lifestyle she had enjoyed for decades caused her to become a shut-in, and she had started showing signs of dementia. Liam had to take care of her himself since he didn't have enough money to put her in a home, and finally realized how much trouble he had caused Angela by forcing her to take care of his father. Both of them had finally gotten what they deserved.
Hey, loser! I've invited everyone in the office to my wedding, but I just want to make this clear. That invitation doesn't include you. You're not permitted to set one foot in the venue on my wedding day. Got that? Hey, Aaron. Congratulations on your engagement. I heard about the invitation. What do you mean I'm not invited? I thought that everyone in the office was welcome. Yeah, I've invited everyone else, but not you. You're a useless piece of crap, and I don't want you there. You're just going to take up space and waste my money. So, I guess that this is your usual tactic of trying to ostracize me and separate me from the rest of the guys. You may think it's funny, but it's actually really unpleasant. So would you cut it out already? Plus, you're the only one that thinks that I'm useless. Everyone else thinks that I'm a great help, and I think that I have good dynamics with everyone except for you. That's because everyone else is too easy on you. They're all just getting on with their own jobs. But as section chief, my job is to make sure that everyone is doing their job correctly. I'm not going to be as easy on you as everyone else is. Don't expect me to be the nice guy just because you're new. Then why don't you tell me why you think I'm so useless? I think that would be more productive than just name-calling and giving me the silent treatment. I've been at this company for a year, but I'm already doing as much work as the people around me who have been working here for years. Why do you hate me that much? It's obvious you've got something personal against me. So what is it? Well, first of all, you're 35, aren't you? Yeah, I am. There's only 1 year's difference between us, but you only just entered the company a year ago. I didn't know what you were doing up until now, and I don't give a crap, but it's obvious that you're a late bloomer. Look at me. I'm already a section chief. I think that just goes to show how useless you are. Everyone's different, Aaron. We make different decisions, and we choose different paths. That doesn't make you better than me. I have my own reasons for choosing to work here. Don't you think that it's a little too excessive to call me useless because of that? Let me give you another reason why I'm better than you. After I get married, I'm going to resign to go work in a different company. Oh, really? My fiance's family owns a major business. I think that if I go and get a job there after we're married, I'll get the chance to take over the company when her dad's gone. I'm going to be the CEO of a major company one day. What are you going to be doing when I'm sitting in the top chair? Getting coffee for the new section chief? Ha! I'm just that much better than you. But that's only going to happen if the bride and her family accept and want you as their next CEO, right? What are you trying to say? That I'm not good enough? I didn't say anything about your abilities. I just have a feeling that you've just imagined the most convenient outcome for yourself without even thinking about the other possibilities, or about the feelings of the other people involved. I was wondering if your fiancé actually agrees with you. That's all. What would you know? You don't know how rich people think. You're already 35, and you've only recently gotten a full-time job. You wouldn't understand anything about the world I'm going to marry into. Of course I don't know how your fiancé feels. I didn't mean to act as though I did. I'm very sorry. I'm sure you'll be very happy together. Yeah, well, frankly, the woman I'm marrying isn't that much of a big deal. It's a shame. She's not that bright and she's not that pretty. If she was, everything would have been perfect. Huh? What are you talking about? What? Did you think I was marrying for love or something? Don't make me laugh. I was dating her because I was bored, and I was planning on dumping her if I found a better girl. But thanks to my research skills, I found out that her family was rich. That's why I'm marrying her. I just want her money. Really? That's your reason? Aren't you going to regret spending the rest of your life with someone you don't love? What? Why would I regret it? I just thought that it sounded kind of lonely to marry someone for their money instead of wanting to be with them. I guess everybody really is different. I'm sorry I said anything. But what about your fiancée? She doesn't know that you don't love her? Isn't that kind of disrespectful to her? That's what I hate about you. I'm sorry, what? The way you act like such a hypocrite, it pisses me off. Do you think that you're better than me or something? Just because you want to marry for love? The world goes around on money. Even you should know that. No, you especially should know that, since you're poor. I'm going to marry that woman, and I'm going to become rich and famous. How can I hate her? She's the reason why I'm going to become a CEO. That's not a bad reason to like her. Yeah, sure. If that's what you say. Everyone thinks in different ways, so I don't have any right to butt in and tell you you're wrong. If anyone can, it's the bride herself. Anyway, I haven't received an invitation to the wedding, so of course I won't interrupt your big day. Don't worry, you can enjoy it without me bothering you. Yeah, good. That's what I wanted to hear. I wouldn't have forgiven someone as useless as you coming to my wedding. You're just a loser. Don't forget that. It would have been a pain in the ass if you had come and caused trouble, too. I wouldn't have gate crashed your wedding just to spite you. But if that's what you think of me, then go ahead and keep on thinking that. It doesn't make any difference to me what you think. I'll see you at work, Aaron. Michelle? What is this?
What's what?
I got an invitation to your wedding, but...
Huh? Of course you did, silly. You're coming, right? There's no way you're missing out on my special day. What's wrong? Can't you come?
I'm talking about the guy you're going to marry. I wasn't there when your fiancé came to introduce himself to mom and dad, but I think this guy is my manager at work.
Seriously? You know him? That's great. That way you don't have to worry about what kind of guy he is. Oh, or maybe he just has the same name?
No, I don't think so. He's due to get married on the same day that's written on your invitation. I think that's too much to be called a coincidence.
Ah, so you do know Aaron. Wow, it really is a small world. That must mean you've gotten invitations from both of us without us noticing. That's strange.
No, I just have the invitation from you. But I'm pretty sure that the guy you're going to marry is the section chief at my company.
He's your section chief? That's kind of funny. If you didn't go to work at that tiny company, you wouldn't even have a boss. To think that my fiancé's your manager. Your humbleness is your strength, Mike.
I get that you're trying to praise me, but don't say it like that. Even if it's a small company, there's still a lot for me to learn before I come back. I'm doing my best to soak up as much knowledge as I can. Besides, it'll be over soon, so he won't be my manager for long.
Yeah, I know. All right, then look forward to the wedding. I'll keep quiet that you're coming because I want to surprise him on the day. So don't say anything to him either. It's our secret, okay? The more surprises, the more fun.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, hey, Michelle, I've got a favor to ask. What the hell were you doing? I warned you, didn't I? Are you an idiot? Did you not understand when I told you not to come? You don't even know why I was there. It would have been smarter for you to check first, but you didn't even give me the chance to explain or introduce myself before you punched me and chased me out of the venue. You're even worse than I initially thought you were. It's your own fault! I warned you and you disobeyed me! I just punished you for not listening to me, that's all. This is my wedding day. Don't ruin it by turning up, you loser! Get out of here! Are you really sure you want me to leave? That's what I've been saying. Are you so stupid that you can't even understand English? Huh? Is that what's wrong with you? You don't speak no English? Get out! And go practice your speaking before you show your face to me. Leave! Right now, loser! You're the idiot, Aaron. Huh? What did you say to me? You've gotten it into your head that you have the right to be angry with me, but you're mistaken about one big thing. If I leave, you're going to regret having spoken to me like this. You're going to be begging for me to come back. What are you talking about? Nobody cares if you leave, loser. Least of all me. You can't do anything to me. You're just a useless piece of crap that can't do anything. Nobody wants someone like you at such an important event. This is my big day, the day I get everything. Nobody can stop me from telling you to leave. Sure, if that's what you want to believe. It's too late to turn things around, Aaron. I'm leaving. Leave, goddammit! Why did you even come in the first place? You knew that you didn't belong here and that I was going to tell you to leave. Why waste your time? You really wanted to crash my wedding and ruin my big day? Huh? After I warned you that much that you weren't welcome? That's the only reason I can think of you turning up today. You're not welcome here, loser. Don't come here without my permission ever again. I hope my punch helped you regain some common sense. Now you know that you're not worthy of being here. Don't ever come back. And give my regards to the bride. Tell her that her brother is leaving. What? What are you talking about? Her brother's leaving? Who's her brother? You? It's up to you whether to believe me or not. I don't care anymore, so I'm leaving. I'm not interested in wishing you the best with my sister. You got what you wanted. I just hope that your wedding goes on without any problems or any other interruptions. Goodbye, Aaron. Hey, Michael, where are you? Do you think that you can come back to the wedding venue? What? After you punched me and kicked me out? What made you change your mind? No, that was just a misunderstanding. I didn't really mean it. I'd be grateful if you just come back as soon as possible. I was wrong to act so aggressively. I just got a little too heated up, that's all. Let's talk when you get back. Did you talk with my little sister? Is that why you're asking me to come back? Michelle told me that she wanted it to be a surprise, that she wanted to introduce me before the ceremony started. I didn't realize that she was up to something like that. It was wrong of me to chase you away. She was pretty shocked when she realized you were gone. Anyway, you're family. So I hope you'd come back to the wedding venue so that we can continue the ceremony. Everyone's waiting for you. So can you come back as soon as possible? It's too late for that. I asked you if you were sure that you wanted me to leave, and you told me to get out. I don't know what my sister told you, but I have an idea that she said something that made you realize what a mistake it was to kick me out. I warned you, didn't I? That you would regret it? And now you're panicking. What do you mean it's too late? I'm asking nicely here. Don't you think it's polite to answer to that request? It's my wedding day, Michael. Don't embarrass me. Will you come back to the wedding venue? It doesn't matter how politely you ask me. I told you that I was the bride's brother. You chose not to believe me and still told me to leave, despite me warning you not to. I told you the truth, and I explained what I was doing there, but you didn't care. I left because you told me I wasn't welcome, and I'm not returning. I don't even want to look at you. Seriously? You don't have to say that. Then what about your sister? Michelle's been running around looking for you. Can't you come back for her sake? She's upset that her big brother isn't here for her on her big day. It's her wedding day as well as mine. Can't you just forget about the stuff between us and come back? No, I can't. Why are you being so stubborn? Are you seriously going to be that selfish on your little sister's wedding day? Come on, you're going to ruin everything for her. Especially if you tell her that I punched you and that I told you to leave. Please, can we keep that between us? What do you mean, keep it between us? I mean, let's not tell her what happened. You understand, right? Let's pretend that it never happened, for Michelle's sake, and we work together. Let's not make things awkward. Come on, man. I'm asking nicely. We want to get the ceremony started. So will you come back? You don't want to make a scene, do you? So, for your sister's sake, don't say anything about what happened. You've got to be joking. Are you being serious? What? You punched me for no good reason, and you want me to keep quiet? And you're trying to use my sister as an excuse to keep me from saying anything. But you just don't want me to tell her so that she won't leave you. You're only thinking about yourself. What's the point? No matter how much you lie, you can't hide the truth that you punched me from her. She won't know anything if you don't tell her! Come on! I'm asking you to not ruin our wedding day! You can't seriously think that you can keep it a secret from her. There must have been someone watching. How many people do you think are walking around this place? You're the host. You should know. Someone's bound to have seen it, and she'll find out in no time. You punched me in the face, Aaron. She's going to be disappointed that you could do something like that. And everyone's going to be shocked that you did something that excessive. Why do you think I'm apologizing to you so much? I'm desperate here! Can't you just forgive me already? I've learned my lesson and I'm not going to do it again! Apologizing? Aaron, I haven't heard one word of apology from you. Ever. All you've been saying to me is to not tell Michelle what you did, and to not make a scene. You've been making me out as the bad guy that's trying to ruin your wedding day. You're just scared that everything you've said and done to me will ruin your chances of marrying my sister and getting your hands on my family's money. That's why you want me to keep quiet about what you've done, right? Michael, we're going to be brothers! So what if we have a few arguments like that? Let's just forget about everything that's happened until now and enjoy our new relationship. I want us to get along from now on, as family. We're going to see each other more often too, so it's best if we start off on the right foot, don't you think? We're going to be working together too. I think I'll get along fine without a brother. What? What do you mean? I mean that your motive for marrying my sister, for marrying into this family, was because you're after my parents' money, and you think that you'll gain the right to take over the company. That's what you told me just the other week, without realizing that you were marrying my sister. To be honest, I didn't know that Michelle was marrying you either, so I didn't realize that you were talking about our company. But at least now I know why you're so desperate to stay on my good side, and want to keep Michelle from getting upset. Unfortunately for you, it's too late. I already went to the police after you punched me. What? You went to the police? Yeah, and I'm about to file the police report against you for punching me. Once my sister finds out what happened, I'm pretty sure that the wedding will be canceled, or at least put on hold. Either way, it's not happening today. You're not going to get to marry my little sister. No way! But we've already gotten married legally! Today's just for the ceremony! There's no point canceling the wedding! And you can't stop it that easily! How much time, money, and effort do you think we put into preparing everything today? You think that you're already legally married? But my sister hasn't been to the registrar's office yet. I asked her not to send in the documents until the wedding was over. You're kidding! We're not married yet?! You thought she had already taken the contracts and stuff. I told her not to send them yet when I found out that she was marrying you. She was confused about why I asked her to do that, but she agreed with me when I told her that it would be best to wait until the ceremony was definitely over and done with, before filing them. I knew that you would mess up and show your true colors if I turned up at the wedding uninvited, but I didn't think that you'd go as far as punch me. Wait a minute! So I'm not married yet?! Yeah, you're not going to get married. Not to my little sister. I think you should be more worried about the fact that you're going to go to jail for battery. For battery?! What the hell are you talking about? I haven't committed a crime! You punched me in the face. Of course you should be punished for it. I think it's only obvious that you get arrested. And in that case, you're going to get fired. I hope you finally understand what you've done and how serious the situation is. You've got to be joking! Are you trying to ruin my life? What's wrong with you? My plan's completely ruined! I thought I was going to be living like a celebrity after I got married to Michelle! I thought I was going to be rich! What have you done? What have I done? You're still going to blame me? I think that's unjustified. But let me give you a heads up. Even if you marry my sister, you're not going to become CEO of our company. You're not going to gain the life you think you're going to get. I mean, you won't be poor, but you're not going to get the career you're dreaming of. What? Why not? My sister doesn't have any intention of taking over the company. She's already got her own career that she's happy with. I'm the one that's in line to take over the family business. I'm only working in another company right now because I'm trying to gain as much experience before I become CEO. What? That's why I started working in the same company as you. At this age. I told you, remember? That everyone has their own reasons and their own circumstances. But you still treated me like I was useless. Like I was a failure. For what? Is it so bad that someone starts working full-time when they turn 35? Isn't it worse to punch someone for no reason at all? I plan on telling the HR department about all of the insults and the harassment. So it's definite that you're not going to have a job to go back to once you're out of jail. Maybe you should have worked more on fixing your personality, rather than working so hard on finding a spouse to leech off of. You were spending a lot of time calling me an idiot, a loser, and a failure, but I wonder who the real loser is. You're going to be experiencing hell after this. So do your best. You're going to need it. Loser.
In the end, Michael's sister Michelle found out about what happened between Michael and Aaron at the wedding venue, and she was absolutely speechless. She had no idea that Aaron was capable of doing something so violent and canceled the wedding immediately. Michael filed the report to the police, and soon after, Aaron was arrested by the police and taken away to the local station for questioning. Apparently, he received notification from his employers that he was out of a job as soon as he was convicted. Michelle was relieved that she managed to avoid marrying a man that didn't love or respect her, and that she had gotten rid of him thanks to Michael. Aaron had never expected his plans to go wrong, and had been looking forward to the job and the money he thought he would be getting. So he really did feel like he was in hell after he was arrested. Now he's out of prison, he's not only got to start from step one to get another job, but he's got to regain the trust of the people around him. Maybe if he had more empathy for people from different walks of life, he would have had less trouble gaining sympathy from others when he needed it the most. But he really only has himself to blame for everything that's happened to him. We can only hope that he'll reflect on his actions and try to do better from now on. The only problem is that it might be difficult for him to change if he's not willing to improve his own personality.